fight you back.
Got to take risks, don't forget. Same line, need to go. This is blind side flyers. In the summertime, all year round.
They could rule to take them down, we're trying to keep doing it.
Yeah. Even on the main line, yeah, there's so much vegetation.
Commuters, not holidaymakers, pay their way either. In London they almost do, but nowhere else. High fares are clearly threatened. Despite modernisation, the parcel services don't pay either. But the lessons have been learned. Proper handling and faster trains are the new style. All this keeps the time goes through. A new route with a much reduced system, signalling eventually 70,000 fewer jobs. Some of the tax compensation has already been agreed with the union. But make no mistake, this is going to be a big upheaval for Britain and for the
Caffeine added together makes sense. These extra ingredients are essential to better than aspirin net. There's nothing more aggravating than that taxi comes in. We all know that the show of bad manners saves no time. So don't be rude on the road.
Palladium Girls proves the Rumster girdles with crossover panels let you move, keep you smooth. No matter how active you are, the Rumster's crossover panels let you move, keep you smooth.
How impressed have you been with the men of Cornwood House this afternoon?
I'm very impressed with the men of Cornwood House. I took down the name of Mr. Atkins over there.
Yes, an unfortunate incident involving the breaking of the glass. Will you hold that against them when you write your report?
Maybe. It might go against the station.
I'm sorry to hear that. Mr. Atkins has really let himself and the whole station down this afternoon.
He has, yes.
What do you think generally of the speed and efficiency of the pickup goods service this afternoon?
I think it could be a lot more better and a lot quicker. I think there's some technical equipment that can help ease in order to get this train on the way in time.
Now, we have heard there are some protesters around who are very...
From such protesters.
Because after all, you're only doing your job as asked for by the government.
Certainly, me and my ministers with me have been up and down the trains today asking passengers what would they like to see from the British Railways Beeching thing.
Is that your report in your hand?
This is part of the report, yes, and it has a list of stations, goods yards and termini that will be shut or reshaped.
Dr. Beeching, thank you very much indeed. We'll leave you to your vital work inspecting the men at Cornwood House Station. A real treat to speak to Dr. Beeching this afternoon. Come along now, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Beeching has a job to do. If we want a modern and efficient railway network, there is no room for inefficiency and surplus. Oh no, this is exactly what we feared might happen. Campaigners who don't want to see railway stations and route miles closed. Mr. Beeching must be very used to this now in 1963. Let's hope the local constabulary are on hand. Mr. Beeching must be feeling quite threatened by now. Thank goodness, British Transport Police are on hand. The good doctor does not need this sort of distraction while he's working hard. That young lady is certainly feeling the long arm of the law. I didn't know thigh boots were built for that sort of speed. They might have wanted to save their station, but those young ladies will be taking a trip to a very different sort of station, and it will serve them right. And it does seem the protesters are now interfering with the flow of freight. That gentleman in a tie looks like a professional. He should be ashamed of himself. This is Britain in 1963. There's no room for that sort of rapscallion behaviour here. We should be very grateful the police were here so quickly to do their job. Oh, and to top it all off now, a locomotive spotter. We've told these chaps young time and again, there is no room for locomotive spotting here at Cornwall House Station. I hope the Dr. Beeching hasn't noticed that parcel that's been totally ripped to pieces there. How embarrassing. A clip round the ear for the young loco spotter. Hopefully some lines from his mathematics master at school. Well, with the demonstrators driven away and the loco spotter seen off, the work can resume on the wagons. Once again, everything that needs to be delivered in Ford or Woodhouse Village will be unloaded here. And if you've been to the woodshed this week to have a parcel sent elsewhere in the country, your parcel will be delivered now into this train. Dr. Beeching there with his report, posing for photographs. If you'd like to see the future,
Choose of urgency.
some of these parcels are jolly heavy. These poor gentlemen have had to do entirely without the lorry this afternoon. Even the doctor's getting involved in loading and unloading. Don't you trouble yourself, Doctor. It's for the proletariat to do the hard work.
Show some urgency. Timetable slipping.
Well, I haven't read it yet, sir, but I'm looking around.
Yard inspector now taking a careful note of all the packages that are being loaded. The British Railways guarantee that your package will get there. There's plenty of paperwork to complete to make sure everything is where it should be. Seeing as the police are looking the other way, our young locomotive spotter has returned. Obviously trying to score some wagon numbers as well as locomotive numbers. Oh. It hasn't ended well for him. I'm sure all he wanted to do was help, officer. This freight train has to be on its way within the next 10 minutes or so. Freight trains are important, but they shouldn't ever get in the way of passenger trains. The modern passenger expects a smooth, uninterrupted journey. That's why it's crucial the work of the porters. Doubtless, if this package is yours, you'll be relieved it actually will get onto this train. But if your auntie's visiting and is delayed on the train behind you, she won't thank you at all. See how effectively the new scamels can turn, a very tight turning circle. Absolutely first class for working in the confines of a goods yard. These boxes come from Corn Mills. They're full of elastic and non-elastic fabric, as used in the modern hosiery business. The yard inspector very busy, making sure now against the clock. Doubtless also remonstrating with the scamel driver. Where has he been? If you're waiting for our 2 o'clock news bulletin, it will follow the events here at Cornwall Woodhouse. Needless to say, you're listening to a special home service broadcast from Cornwall Woodhouse Railway Station on the 16th of August 1963. As we see the men of Cornwall Woodhouse Station doing their thing against the clock. Oh goodness, look. Oh, that is disgraceful. Oh, a young loco spotter apprehending by a parcel and kicking it. It's split in two and he's making off. The law is fast, but they're not as fast as the young legs of that whippersnapper. That is absolutely disgraceful. There's no way people of that stature will be running the country in 20 years' time. The yard inspector having a look now at the contents of the box. I hope it was nothing precious. And here he comes the other way, being pursued by the police. Oh, and he's been apprehended by the guard of the train. That's sterling work from the railway community. That young man has given the local locomotive club spotters group a very bad day indeed. Possibly some advice there for Richard Beeching about what he can do with his report. But now it's the guard who's cracking the whip. He's a Midland man, and he knows these central chaps have to be, well, encouraged to complete the job on time. They have to get those boxes on the train, and this train must be away in the next 5 minutes now. Even the yard inspector forced to help now. The guard definitely announcing he's had enough and it's time to go. The doors of the train on the van are being closed up. Last check, everything is secured. And our Scamel truck can move out of the way too. Hard work, but they've made it. The guard pressing the yard inspector for a decision about departure. The yard inspector signs it off. Everything is as it should be. The driver and fireman on the standard 5 been waiting very patiently but steadily building steam, ready for a swift departure. They'll be waiting for the signal from the signalman. The guard using a newspaper there and making a circular motion, which means to the driver, you can move away. He uses the newspaper for extra visibility. The locomotive crew looking back. So at the moment they won't go very far because the signalman has cleared the signals for the main line. There must be an express passing through first. Passengers have to come first ahead of freight. A quick whistle acknowledges the signal from guard. And the crew on the locomotive will take it very steadily. There's a maximum 5 miles an hour speed limit here as they cross the turntable. You'll notice the centre has released all the handbrakes on the wagons. And that's how we do the pick-up goods and drop off here. A wagon deposited in the yard, a new wagon added, and a swift changeover of all the parcels and packages completed in a little over an hour. And speed to start. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree a round of applause is owed to the staff here at Corner Woodhouse for working so hard. And Dr. Beeching, what an honour to have you here this afternoon. Thank you for showing us your report. I'm sure anyone with comments about Dr. Beeching's report, he would welcome them in person. Now we have an additional attraction here at Corner Woodhouse for you this afternoon. Did you know British Railways have a diving unit? Yes, that's right, a diving unit. And one of the men associated with the British Railways diving unit will be giving a fascinating talk about the work he's engaged in. It will be happening in the marquee here at Corner Woodhouse in the next 15 minutes. If you've always wanted to know why Corner Woodhouse has a diving unit, please head to the marquee for a fascinating talk all about it. It's the 16th of August 1963. We do hope you're enjoying your time here at Corner Woodhouse Station this afternoon. There are refreshments available in the tin shed next to the goods shed. And of course, many more main line services to see here at Corner Woodhouse. There will also be another pickup goods train arriving in the yard this afternoon. I'm also informed that photographers with amateur equipment will be allowed to get close to the wagons and our staff during that last demonstration this afternoon. Please listen for further announcements.
Your attention please on platform 1. The next train to pass through will not stop here. Please stand back from the platform edge.
Stand clear of the platform edge, please. Adam! Adam!
Platform edge, train approaching section. Train stop here.
lessons have been learned. After that many practical all this gets the plan going through. And new, for the system,